Just a couple days after the new Ted Williams Legends and Flashback collection dropped, I was able to finish the collection. So for those of you that are curious, I want to show you what it took as a no money spent player to finish the Legends and Flashback collection right after it came out. And I'll go over some tips that helped me finish this and just go over my overall process for finishing the Ted Williams collection. One question you guys might be asking yourself is, which of the smaller collections should you skip while still being able to complete the collection and actually get Ted Williams? And for me, I skipped the Spotlight collection right here just because, as you can see, I was over 20 off of the Spotlight cards. And I was debating whether to do Spotlight or All-Star to skip. But because we actually got a fair amount of new All-Star cards, actually, that we could get just from grinding the game, I was able to pick up a bunch of these All-Star cards quickly. I needed to buy, I think it was like 7 or 8 of the cards, and most of them were under like 15,000 that I ended up buying for. 1 or 2 of the cards were probably between like 45 and 70K. So it's just definitely made a lot more sense to do the All-Star one, where I was thinking All-Star was going to be a lot more expensive for me, but I did buy a ton of cards in advance, which was very helpful when the All-Star cards were cheaper, and that helped out quite a bit. Now, if you are being patient with the Legends and Flashback collection, I think it makes sense just to grind all of the Spotlight programs that come out, though. Get the Spotlight players for free from this, and it'll allow you to complete the Spotlight collection eventually, and skip a different expensive collection, like this one right here, possibly, or the All-Star collection, whatever you decide. And also, if you need one of the expensive cards like the Schwarber or one of the expensive cards from the Moonshot collection, I would be patient, because I think in future programs, we're going to see some of these Pipeline Pass Deluxe packs, for example, in future programs, which just means more people are going to be unlocking these packs, pulling Schwarber, and selling him. That's just going to drive his price down. So then the first thing I focused on after the Legends and Flashback collection dropped was the Summer collection right here, because there's a bunch of these Summer Series cards in this mini season. So like mini seasons was one I played. I played through the whole season, got all the cards, including that Altuve for winning the mini seasons championship. And then also Diamond Quest, there is the map with the Ludwig and the Sonny Gray. So I got those cards as well. And then I still needed to buy some other Summer Series players too, right off the market. However, if you guys are being patient finishing the Ted Williams collection, I would not buy up a ton of these cards that you still need, because there will be plenty of Summer Series packs that drop in future programs. So you'll be able to obtain a bunch more of those, and probably not have to buy many of these Summer Series players. Also, one thing I was doing right when this Summer Series collection dropped was there was a bunch of these cards, like this Chili Davis, for example, is one of them, that I quick flipped, and I was having a ton of success with, just because the buy and sell orders on all of these cards were just going through so quickly, since everyone needed these cards, were buying them up, maybe decided to sell some. So orders were, like, as you can see here, I'm showing you guys some of the completed orders for that. Griffin Jax is one of them that I flipped a bunch, and you can kind of see, yeah, I just had a good amount of success. I wasn't necessarily making like, a few thousand per flip for these cards, but I was making probably anywhere from like 700 to 1,200 stubs, and the orders were going through super quickly. So I was making a bunch of stubs doing this. And just keep in mind for future collections that doing this, flipping the new cards that come out in the smaller collection could be a good opportunity as well. One way I made stubs, though, for finishing collections fast was from quick flipping, and some of these Tops Now cards that come out each week are actually some cards I've been flipping recently, basically like the first few days that the cards are out, because tons of people will be buying them because they might need them or might be getting them, selling them, and so the market's just pretty active for these Tops Now cards, so you could keep that in mind. But just in general, cards that have orders that go through fairly quickly and that have obviously decent margins too are the cards that you want to look for flipping. So I think this Ted Williams collection showed us that some of the expensive Live Series collections aren't really necessarily needed to get done in order for you to actually pick up this Ted Williams, fairly quickly. Like the Dodgers or Yankees, I think you could actually skip out on, because let's take a look at this standout collection right here. You can skip 3 cards in here, and there's 3 cards that include the AL East, AL West, and the Yankees Live Series collection rewards. Now, you can skip all 3 of these and still, like within the first week that this collection is out, you can get the Ted Williams voucher from this for just picking up all the other players in here. Judge is at least 5 times as expensive as any other card in the Standout series right now too, so you could save Stubs by just buying all the Standout cards and skipping the Live Series Collection Standout card rewards that are in there. Another good example of this is in the Rookie Collection, because you can skip out on 1 card and still complete this collection, and the Dodgers Live Series Collection reward is in here. So you could complete the Rookie Collection right now without actually needing to pay for Ohtani, which is really nice. And with all this being said, though, I actually did finish the Live Series collections pretty quickly this year. For the first Legends and Flashback collection, especially, it was very helpful. For this Ted Williams collection, it obviously helped too, but it definitely was not needed because, as I just showed you, you can basically skip out on the Dodgers and Yankees Live Series collection and still get all of this done. Now, what I grinded for a lot of these stubs I got, mini seasons is a good method here. In the Moonshot one, there's that repeatable mission for 100 hits. You get 20 packs every single time you do it. But then there's also just other good packs in here, like the Crescent Moon pack. You got 50 hits, very, very easy. You got a couple jumbo packs for some strikeouts. There also was that repeatable home runs one for the deluxe pack. So you have a lot of good repeatable ones in Moonshot mini seasons, which is one that I definitely recommend. And other good packs in here too, right? There's going to be, just all throughout this mode, there's going to be tons and tons of good things to get. And then Diamond Quest is another grind that I feel like everyone kind of knows by now. But I actually just recently made a video about this because all of the Diamond Quest cards prices were way up after the new collection came out. So I definitely suggested in that video that you guys should take advantage of it. Grind those out, get those expensive cards, sell them. Conquest, just literally simming these maps, if you don't want to play them, just getting the free hidden rewards, or otherwise if you do play them out, you're getting those hidden rewards. But those packs are super helpful too. Just a few other ways that I basically made stubs. Like we talked about flipping before, that's a big one. Definitely quick flipping cards, but also stacking XP by getting close to these XP goals. So like right at the end of an inning program, you maybe get up close up to 80 stars or something like that in a program like that, and then basically get very close to getting done with a couple of the moments or missions, whatever, and then completing them right as the new inning program drops. And basically you get a giant head start in the XP path, and that'll allow you, and you can do this as well, like I'm showing you for Conquest here. You can stack Conquest maps, basically get to the point where you just have to play one game to finish the map to get the XP, hop into those games and finish them off right when that new inning program drops. Same thing for mini seasons. If there's XP goals in here, get close to them, and then once that new inning program drops, you pick up all those XP goals, and then basically that'll help you unlock that XP boss as fast as possible, allowing you to sell that card for much more, if you are able to sell it within the first couple days that the XP path is out. Now, another thing you could do to be making stubs is to invest. Now, this could be into live series cards for roster updates, or this could be investing in cards at or near quick sell value a few weeks before a big collection comes out, just because you're basically guaranteed those cards are all going to go up because they're at quick sell price and people will need them to finish the new collection that comes out. Or you can be investing in like flash sales, let's say. So if there's flash sale that drops, you can buy low on all the cards that drop in price a ton. And then just at a later point in time, like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is, after that, you can go back and sell all those cards when their prices recover. So alongside all the Diamond Quest and mini season grinding I've done for tons of stubs, investing, flipping cards, doing some of these other things is what I did to make a large amount of my stubs, and it's definitely worth it. I know some of it can get boring or tedious, but it is worth it if you are looking to make a lot of stubs and to complete these collections quickly. So that was my journey and thought process for completing the collection for Ted Williams as quickly as possible. I feel like I did ramble throughout this video, but I just wanted to lay everything out for you guys, show you what I did to make all my stubs and just everything, all the decisions I made along the way.